This video is dedicated to all the ladies who have been told that their iron is low during pregnancy. We're going to talk about why we need iron, how much, what food sources, and the supplements involved, and the barriers to why we may not be taking our supplements. Welcome to Sarah RD TV. Today it's all about iron needs during pregnancy. If you know someone that is planning on having a baby or they are pregnant, they will get tested at least 2 or 3 times during a pregnancy to see what their iron levels are. Why do we need iron? What's the role, and how much do we need during pregnancy? First of all, the main reason that we need iron while we're pregnant is that we're kind of creating another human being that needs a lot of blood. And iron is basically the red blood cells that build up, and so the mother naturally will have lower amounts because it goes towards the baby. During pregnancy, we need about 27 milligrams a day. If you're not pregnant, we only need about 18 milligrams. So it's a pretty jump up. And where do we get the iron is the next step. I have lots of supplements in front of me, and working with pregnant women, I find that there are a couple mistakes that I see moms making, so I just want to point them out. One is the standard prenatal supplement. This will always have iron in it. This one has 28 milligrams, which is 100%, actually over 100% of what you need in a day, but sometimes they taste a little bit funny, so not everybody's on board with taking those. I also want to point out just a regular women's multivitamin also will have iron. This one has 18 milligrams, which is enough, like I said, when you're not pregnant, but a little bit less than what you do need when you're pregnant. So the prenatal is the one you want to stick with. Also pointing out any women's supplement that is for age 50 and up. Ladies, once we stop having monthly cycles, we don't need any iron at all. Remember the blood thing. So you'll notice that if it's a 50 and over, it will not have any iron in it. Sometimes moms will hear, well, just take a children's multivitamin or a gummy. There are a couple prenatal gummies out there, but you have to really look at the back to see if it has iron or not, because most of them do not. Think about it. Iron builds up those red blood cells, and it kind of has that blood taste. So to chew a gummy with iron in it, nasty. So this one is a children's chewable, and it does have some iron, but again, not 100% of what you need during pregnancy. A regular women's gummy definitely does not have iron, and then the children's gummy, of course, will not have iron. So if you think you're taking iron, look at the supplements. Okay, foods. Naturally, iron will occur in our animal products like meats and eggs to a lesser amount. And what is great about these is that it is really absorbed easily into the bloodstream. But if you're not craving chicken, beef, lamb, pork, or eggs, if you like vegetarian sources, the #1 nut that has iron is going to be the cashew, which is great. Has actually more than an egg, so that's cool, but a lot of calories with those cashews as well. The other thing too with vegetarian sources, if it's spinach or beans or lentils, it's a good idea to have a vitamin C rich food with those foods, because vitamin C helps iron get into the blood better, especially from the vegetarian sources. So you see you have tomatoes, citrus, and any kind of juice that is 100%, most of the time will have at least a really good serving of vitamin C. So having some juice with a bowl of cereal, which also can be fortified. I have 3 different examples. You'll also want to look on the side. If it says 80 to 90% of iron, then you know that it has at least 15 milligrams, because again, this is based on adult amounts, not pregnancy needs. So just look at the side. This one has 90, this one has 45, and this gluten-free one has less than, it has 6%. So if you think, okay, all cereal will have iron, really look at the side. And if any mom is in the Women, Infants, and Children program, the WIC program, know that all those cereals have at least 45% or more of their iron. It's a lot of information, but just know if you start feeling, or if you know a pregnant woman who says, I'm really tired. A lot of women are tired during pregnancy, but if they're really tired, if they start to look pale even, they're going to be anemic or have low iron. So it's really a good idea to take either a supplement or iron-rich foods all day long, and continue to eat those foods postpartum, after the pregnancy, between pregnancies, and a good idea to take a multivitamin supplement between pregnancies so that you keep your nutrition status at its best. Working with pregnant women, I meet a lot that do not want to take their prenatal vitamin supplements. And here's the reasons why. Maybe you can relate. First of all, they make me nauseated. Raise your hand if you've been nauseated during pregnancy. Of course we're nauseated, especially in that first trimester. In my 3 pregnancies, what worked for me, and maybe it will work for you, is that I took the vitamins during my lunch. And you always want to take it with food. Maybe you've heard that you should take it on an empty stomach. but the nutrition will be absorbed easier if it's with food. So that's the great news. So you don't have to take it first thing in the morning, and definitely not an empty stomach. If you have low iron or anemia during pregnancy and your physician orders extra iron supplements, which sometimes can be 150 milligrams and up per day, which is a lot, we all know the big side effect with that, and it is constipation. There, I said it. So the moms that I find that are not taking those supplements or that they're constipated, they're usually not doing these two things: drinking enough water and also getting enough fiber in their diet. So make sure that you're including a lot of fruits and vegetables, whole grains, those cereals that I talked about, they all can help. If you have a high sugar diet, that is also usually a low fiber diet. And the last thing is that some women, if they let their iron get very low, they can start to crave non-food things, and it's called pica. And I still see it today in the 21st century. Laundry soap, starch, cornstarch, baby powder, those are just some things, and nobody talks about it a lot, but it's still very real. So definitely invest in your body, take that iron supplement, eat your best, because guess what? As soon as you have that baby, you're going to feel a little bit better, but you still want to take care of yourself and eat the best that you can.